Hi traders, welcome back to another trade recap. So it seems like a lot of you actually are interested in how much I make on a day-to-day basis, or it seems like a lot of you are just interested in the trade recap. So today I actually had another position on Euro Yen short. I actually took it since yesterday night, so it's actually an overnight position. Held it for over 15 hours and closed out for about $25,000. So let me go to the chart, and again let's break down the trade, and that's the position there. Let's close out every single thing. So this trade is rather simple as compared to two trade recaps video previously. This is a very simple setup. So let's go to the daily chart and let's begin everything all together. So just ignore the gap because that's based on different broker. Different brokers actually have different gaps. So just ignore the gap and just imagine right now what we're actually doing from price action standpoint. So if you look at the weekly time frame, we are clearly on an uptrend. Okay, we're on an uptrend, no brainer. But what makes me feel like price is going to sell off from short-term to mid-term perspective is the way that we have multiple failures around this high. Okay, although this technically didn't go all the way back to that week high or the absolute high, but still this is considered a nice rejection. Nice rejection there. So after I saw that weekly time frame, we have a nice rejection at that 147.22 area. Then I dropped down to the daily chart. Very simple. It may look a little bit messy for some of you, but again, just notice what has happened ever since 21st of October. So pay attention to this vertical line, and what's really happening after this vertical line is we have a shift in structure and we have multiple failures to go back to the high. So go back to this one. Here we have a solid breakout, right? Here we have a solid breakout on 14th of October. We have a breakout above that 144, nice retest, multiple failures around that 147.40. So now I want all of you to pay close attention to what price is really trying to do since that failure around that 10th of November. So we have a strong sell-off candle here, and we just see price failing to go back to the high. This is something very logical. If buyers are really stepping in, they would have been defending what? They would have been defending the SNR zones, which is this 144 area. If buyers are really strong, it will never allow sellers to take control and send price under this area. Why does price dip under this 144 area? That's because we have a lack of buying pressure. We have buyers saying that that's not a very good area to go long. That's why people are stepping back. Buyers are not stepping the pedal anymore. No one's defending this 144. That's why you see a nice distribution phase here. We have a sell-off, second pullback, strong sell-off. And this huge, massive sell-off, although it's caused by news, but still is very significant. If price does this kind of sell-off, it's technically just telling you that sellers are in control. So let's drop down to the 4-hour time frame. So from a daily standpoint, I know that I should be looking to sell, right? Daily standpoint. 4-hour perspective, I bet all of you can already see this super straightforward resistance here at 142.80 area. So 142.80 has been on my on my eyes. I've been staring at this for some time, but I actually missed out the key turning point here on, I think it was on yesterday. So yesterday I actually wanted to short at 142.80, but I did not have a sell limit there because I was slightly concerned about it, because that actually happened on just right at the market open. Just right on the market open, bell rings, we have a gap up all the way from 141.54 up to 142.80. Then we just sort of roll over from that. So when I saw that rejection, the first question that I asked myself is, all right, so right now, assuming if I really did miss out this key turning point at 142.80, what else, what other levels can I potentially get in? So ignore that one. We've missed out that one. Why? Because we have a strong selling or strong bearish impulse here, or strong selling pressure here. So we missed out the first wave. So what I want to see is price pulling back, giving me another chance entry, or what I call a second chance entry. It's not going to be as good as 142.80. I understand that, but I can possibly take another re-entry. So I actually took two positions, or what I call two attempts on this one. My first entry was actually based on the 15-minute time frame. I actually took a short right here. That was yesterday. Again, I took a short at that, I think it was around 142.34, and I actually risked very, very small on this one, about $1.5 thousand. Took a loss on this one, and because I actually cut up the position manually, because I don't think that is the timing yet. So then after that, I again reassessed the entire condition, and I asked myself, if price really does turn, what are the good areas to actually go short? So if you turn back to the daily chart, as you can see, a nice turning point on the daily time frame would have been around here, would have been around this area, 142.54. Right, 142.54. Why? Because history does repeat itself. So previously, when price tapped into that 142.80, we have a sell-off. Did we go back to the 142.80? No. So this time, I'm expecting technically the same thing here. We tapped that 142.80, showing strong selling pressure. Right now, we're pulling back. Very high chance price pattern are going to repeat itself. That's why I had a sell limit again. Very, very aggressive, very, very tight stops. Had my sell limit at that 142.53, nearly get stopped out on this position, held it overnight. As you see on the 15-minute time frame, we actually had a bit of a consolidation there, but I stick to the plan. When you have a stop loss there, it's there for a reason. All right, had my stop loss set at that 142.68.4, about 15 pip stops, very, very aggressive, very tight, because I believe I'm actually catching a very nice price position there with a very, very tight stops. So got in the trade, and price chopped in the midnight session. Then on the Asian session, we just start selling off at that 142.30. So when price actually formed rejection at that 142.30, this technically just confirmed everything. All right, what I wanted to see is price failing to go back to my entry area, because at this point, when price was around that 142.27 range, my stops is actually already at break even. I'm not happy to risk this. If price pull all the way back to my entry, I'm out of the trade. So when I see that price is actually distributing, or what we call forming a bear flag at that 142.30, finding that minor resistance, then technically that's just a risk-free position. Then I just ride the trade all the way down into that 141.26. So why did I close my trade at 141.46? My target, my overall target is actually all the way down here at 139 or 140 area. But again, let's try not to be greedy here, and because if you look at the 4-hour chart, I don't like the way the price is still holding above the 50 period moving average. And that's the biggest reason why I have my stops just under that 50 period moving average, which is the red line here. And I think that's quite a nice target as well, considering that we have tons of congestions area here. If you look at this one, happy to close the trade for 8.47R. Very, very good setup, very, very clean as well, although nearly get stopped out. But ultimately, what's important is still hitting our final target. So just to give you all a proof here, so that's my daily PNL. About, not sure if you can, sorry, let me get back to the video. So about 24,804. So the main reason why I'm losing $200 there, that's actually because of the swap fees. As you can see, it actually cost me $200 to actually hold this position overnight. So I don't even have to prove it's a live account, whatever. So that's it for the trade, and I hope hopefully all of you learned something new. And that's a trade recap. I think a lot of you like this kind of series, so Trade safe, take care. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section below how do you think about this kind of series, or how do you think about this setup, or any kind of question, any sort of topics that you would like me to cover in my upcoming videos. Trade safe, take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.